Do you know that therapy is not the opposite of faith? Do you also know that faith and your feelings can coexist together? I hope you know your emotions do not make you less spiritual. Welcome to today's episode. My name is Ola Oladipo. I am your comfort corona. Stick with me. Now, God created humans with emotions. Our emotions are not mistakes. Our emotions are not weaknesses. It is actually God's design. It is God's original prototype for human. We feel joy, we feel love, we feel excitement. We also feel all the negative kinds of emotion also. We feel grief, we feel pain, we feel betrayal. That is the way God has created us to be. So your emotion is not your weakness, and your emotions are not sin. Now, I'm going to make an illustration to make it very clear to us. Now, Jesus was fully God in human form, and he was also fully human. I'm using Jesus because I am a Christian and I am a Jesus believer. So in whatever faith you have, but just follow my line of thought. You can find Jesus' story anywhere. Jesus was fully God in human form. He exhibited his God attributes fully. He also exhibited his human attributes fully. He wept when his friend Lazarus died. He wept. He had compassion when people were hurting. He felt sorrow at Gethsemane. He was betrayed by a close friend, and he even said it. You understand? He had all these emotions. He felt abandoned. He expressed love. He expressed even his anger, and he had empathy. So I don't understand why we now believe that when we have these emotions, it makes us less spiritual, or when we express these emotions, it struggles with our faith. It threatens our faith. No, your feelings and your emotions, expressing them, feeling them is not a sin. Now, feelings are messengers, they are not your master. This part is actually very important because we are human, because we the medium by which we communicate or receive signals is through our feelings. You need to actually sit with your feelings to understand it, to listen to it. They are messengers, they are communicating something to you. They are not your masters. It means that whatever you are feeling, you don't react, you respond. And this is very crucial because your feelings are messengers, they are not your master. So you need to listen to the message it's bringing. Then you respond and not react to it. Your feelings are not to control you, but do not ignore your feelings. Understand your feelings, but you don't need to obey. You cannot say because you are hungry, you are going to steal. That's reacting. But you can respond by, what do I have available? What can I do to remove this hunger? Spiritual people still need support. They still feel, because you are spiritual does not take away the humanity, doesn't take away the flesh part of you. Now the man of God is first a man. The spirit needs a medium, which is this body, to communicate with, to do whatever it's going to do. So you still have to honor this body. Listening to your feeling is actually an act of worshiping God because you are expressing all the attributes, all the characteristics that God has put in you. If you read Revelations 4, it talks about the beast. It says one part has the face of a lion, one part has the face of a sheep. It balances it that another has the face of a human. That is where it is only your emotions that can help you balance things, and it doesn't make you less spiritual. So you can get tired, you can need rest, you can need encouragement, you can need support, because your physical vessel that you use requires all these things. It does not diminish your spirituality. And like I said earlier, therapy is not the opposite of faith. Not at all. God walks through people. He can walk through your doctors. He can walk through your counselors. He can walk through your mentors. There is actually nothing that you need that God will come down himself. It would happen through people. So if you don't speak up, if you don't open up, if you don't seek this support that you need, then it means that you are not even acknowledging the effort or the help that God has put in place for you. By seeking help, you are not replacing God. Feelings help us process emotions, not pretend that they do not exist. If you are a Christian, like I say, and you have read the book of Psalms, it was written by David. Now, David is one special being. He cried, he questioned, he listened, he celebrated, he lamented, he repented, he praised, all in one book. So for every season he processed his emotion, and from that point, he expressed himself to his maker, to his God that he believed in. So when he was sad, he said, "Why have you forsaken me?" When he was happy, he said, "I will praise you." When he had sinned, he repented. When he was joyful, he celebrated. He processed all these emotions, and it didn't make him less spiritual. Now, healing is both spiritual and practical. Yes, you can pray, you can worship, you can do everything you need to do. That's one step. But if you need to take it a step further by seeing professionals, then you need to do that. It doesn't make it less spiritual. Like I said, you can pray about something and God is telling you, okay, your help is going to come from this, take this step, take this step, take this step. All these professions that we see, they are actually put in place by God, this knowledge, because it is only those that God has given that can have it. I will explain this. It is not everybody that is taught something that knows that thing. We now say people have talent. Now, who gave them that talent? Some things come easily to some people, so they would excel in those aspects so that they can be useful to people when they need it. You also have a special gift that God has blessed you with, that you actually help other people with, and that is actually worshiping God with your gift. So if you refuse to seek help, you are indirectly preventing others to worship God through you. That's one aspect that we can look at it in that perspective also. Now, discernment matters. You need to know when to pray, you need to know when to self-medicate, and you need to know when to reach out. A lot of Christians are carrying trauma all around, and they are reacting. When they make any decision, they are making it from that trauma. They are not even aware, because when that incident happened, they have suppressed their emotion. They either did not speak about it, or they got shut down and did not heal. So when things happen years later, they are still speaking from a place of hurt that they are not even aware of. So we need to sensitize ourselves that when we feel things and we feel it deeply, it is normal. We need to seek help. We need to get therapy. It does not affect our faith. It doesn't threaten our faith. Now, another thing that can help as believers is that bring everything to God. A lot of believers don't even know how to pray about their pain. They don't even know how to talk to God about what they are feeling. They can only make demands based on material things, but the emotional things, they just feel they are above it. No, God is actually interested in everything. So yes, maybe you can start by expressing every aspect of your pain to God. Maybe that way it will be easier for you to take it to a human that God has provided to help you. Spiritual maturity is not the absence of emotion. We have seen pastors that lost their children, that lost their wives. We have seen ministers that things like this has happened to. It is not the absence of emotion at all. It is just you being able to, your spirituality and your emotions can relate and work together side by side. It is learning to bring every emotion into the presence of God and respond to it wisely. Because there are times when you are feeling these emotions, you don't have clarity. But if you are able to express it to God, God can minister to you. Okay, go see a doctor, talk to A, talk to B. This thing that you need, they already have it. And when we share, when we express, when we seek the right professional help that we need, you can even get Rema. There are some things that you know ordinarily, but when you are passing through these emotions, you don't even remember it. They take a back seat. But when another person is sharing the same things with you, you catch your Rema. It is God speaking to you, and you would listen and you would heal. Your tears do not weaken your faith. That you cry, it doesn't weaken your faith. That you cry, it does not weaken your faith. That you cry does not make you less Christian. That you question situations does not make you less a Christian or does not cancel your salvation. And if you have listened to testimonies of people when they suffer loss or grief, you have seen a lot of them that will say, God, you are wicked. Why did this happen? Eventually, they come back to realize that the love of God is still there, and it didn't even penalize them for that their weakness when they were in their feelings or going through that emotion. You are still loved. You are still chosen. You are still God's special baby. Practical ways to care for yourself. You can pray honestly, you can read God's word, but get support if you need support. Reach out to professional help. If not, you can also reach out to us at Rose of Sharon Listening and Support Center. We would listen to you, we would support you all the way. And this kind of intervention is also part of what God has made or provided for this kind of situations. It doesn't diminish your spirituality at all. Expressing your emotion is also an act of worship to God, because that way you are honing the uniqueness of being human. Take care. Remember, if you need help, get help. Speak up. If you have traumas that you have not healed for, this is the right time for you to seek attention, to redress it, to see your therapist, see your psychologist, talk to trusted professionals that can help you with it. Be good until we see next time.